In this recording I'm comparing two apps used by pilots. One is the famous Foreflight, and the other one is less famous but I would say very useful app, which is FlightPlanGo, and it's free. This one I was forced into buying the Apple product, which I'm not an Apple person, and I dislike the idea that the developer sticks with Apple product. I don't think it's security reasons, but I don't think they are concerned that people might steal their data and stole data from one device and use it for free. I don't think it's that. Maybe they look at the market, they think, okay, most pilots use the iPads in the cockpit or at home, and we want to serve that market, and we don't want to put any effort to serve the Android market. So I'm not pleased at all that I had to buy this expensive gadget, which is the iPad 11-inch Pro 2020 model. I had to buy the version with 250 gigabytes of memory because my experience with this one, which is a way cheaper tablet, my experience with this one is that I used to download the maps and all the data onto the SD card, and now I realize that the SD card is corrupted. So I can't really use too much of the data, and since I'm on my data plan, I don't want to download stuff for demonstration purpose or for this video, because it might take a couple of gigabytes of data to download everything this one goes. If everything this app wants you to download in order to fly with updated maps. So it has lots of nice features, and I like about this one that I can see the airports more visible than this thing. The weather, I can see the radar in here. Of course you can set it not show, and I set it here to appear according to the timeline, so you can stop it, you can disable the weather. This one is not moving at the same pace like that one, so I am not sure if this one uses the same server, like a weather server. I have no idea. So right now I see I can stop, but I don't see the clouds, the weather moving in. Of course I can deactivate the weather so Canadian radar, refresh and exit of that one. So now I have my sectional, which I like. If I go to maps, I'm on the maps menu and layers, sectionals, and what else I have here? This thing, text, well, I don't know how you call it in English but that's offline. If I want to go to online menu, I can get different type of views. I want to see satellite view, so this one for satellite view goes online, goes on the internet and sucks some data and shows you the satellite view, so you see yourself where you fly. So let me see, I'm on the highway 1. I can see myself on the highway 1. Speed is 0 knots. You can modify or change the buttons here, I mean what it shows on here. So I can set, maybe I have to press something. Okay, latitude, longitude. Okay, so you can modify these fields here. You can set a flight plan like with the Foreflight. You have a bunch of checklists. I think I like better the Foreflight checklists. You can connect different devices here, and airports you can go by the GPS coordinates, the nearby airports. So the next to me one is Fort Langley, nearby airports. Then for this particular one, you see the frequency, you have the runways, procedures and all that. So some nice information, really useful information. You can go on the CFS, and as you can see, it downloads from the internet if you didn't have it downloaded. So you should download it before flying, so you don't have to kind of fiddle in the cockpit and try to get some cell coverage, or maybe if you have a Wi-Fi only, you need to set up your cell phone hotspot and stuff. So better to use everything pre-downloaded before you go flying on this thing. Same with this one, but this one, the iPad I bought with a cellular modem built in, and also with the GPS built in. This one has a GPS built in, so I use this one to fly my drone or go paragliding, and I like the fact that it has built-in GPS. When I first bought the Foreflight, I used my iPad mini and I drove around somewhere on Sunshine Coast, and I look at the location, my location on the map, and I saw myself somewhere on a highway, jumping to the next street. So it's the network accuracy on those. You don't have internal GPS. And I tried to connect the internal GPS, external GPS, a Bluetooth GPS. I have few Bluetooth GPSs that are older version. I could not get it connected, and I tried to do some tricks connected to my phone that has internal GPS and share the Bluetooth GPS settings. So it was annoying, and I thought, okay, forget about it. I'd rather buy a proper tool. So I ended up buying this thing, which I thought, okay, it's not worth it, because I don't fly as often as it makes sense to purchase such an expensive tool. But I learned that my daughter is using it for drawing, and she loves the drawing on it, and so at least I help my kid with her passion or talent, I hope. Yeah, so coming back to this thing, you have nav logs. Like I said, you can connect to different devices, weather tracking, some measuring tools like calculators and stuff, like see, even cloud tops, which I don't think you have it on the other one, on the Foreflight. So a couple of things that are useful, but of course you don't want these things to be useful while you fly because they might, unless you are really used to all these tools. I found the calculator, the E6B, the electronic one. I found it really useful, way faster than the manual calculator with the mechanical one, E6B mechanical, the round weird disc thing. And I like the electronic one, but when I see these toys that can provide so much useful information, I thought, wow, you start loving flying instead of being focused on, stressed out of, I have to do this and this calculation, this angle, this bearing and all that. So this takes a lot of pressure off people's minds. So you can log into your account at flightplan.com and do these things on a bigger screen, like on your laptop or maybe on your home computer screen on their web interface. So it's really nice. I like it. So because I have corrupted files here, I have to, usually it doesn't do that. When everything is fine with the SD card, everything goes very nice and smooth. So you have everything downloaded and you go with the offline maps. So right now, if I go to sectionals, I want to ignore the United States. I don't need that to download. So you see, it downloaded all the sectionals, and usually if you press this button, zoom to present position. It gets you right where you are, and it moves very fast, so you don't need a high power tablet, Android tablet, so you don't really need to buy that expensive toy. I was going to say tool, but for now it's a toy. It's going to be a tool when I see it making money. So for now it's a hole, it's a hole in my pocket. So you see some air spaces here, right? But you have to kind of look. You have to look for the air spaces and identify those lines here on the map. When you look at this thing, it shows already you are airspace around, but it's not the same the way I drew airspace on my aeronautical maps. So I have a kind of my way of identifying the airspace by colors, and here you see some color. Let me turn the weather off. So if I go to, oh, actually I have a few functions here I did not show you. BC, if I see the radar data from BC, you see two, this is one radar, this is another one, and you see some clouds moving in, and I see outside is a bit of a weather, low cloud and some snow, and I see that. And let's see what else I do have. Scratch pads, checklist, logbook, more documents. Okay, so Nav Canada documents, a bunch of stuff. Like this one also have documents. Hey, come back. Binders. They call it in binders, and lots of stuff. I don't know where the heck they are located. Let's see if I pick one. It will open a PDF. It's supposed to. And okay, so it says it's here, downloaded. So you have all these things you can read, but not in the cockpit, of course. But it's all related to the official flying documents. You can find on Nav Canada and other websites. What I like about this one, and I did not find on that one yet, so I have to kind of drive around some airport, find myself on this thing, and you can actually view airport. Let's see if it's downloading. Maybe not. It's supposed to download something, but like I said, I have a corrupted card, and the files that I had pre-downloaded are probably gone. Let's see. Failed to initiate. Nice. Okay, so unfortunately I have a failure, so I can't really show you what I wanted to show you. But I want to say that this is a really nice and neat app that you get it for free. And if you have your tablet or whatever device you want to use, if it's ready to go, not like in my case, then it's like way easier than flying the paper maps. So if I go here, it goes really smooth and really fast, because this is a really fast tablet. And it says ground speed 2 knots, but since the GPS is not that great in this type of stuff, I would not rely, that's my kind of my guess here, my finding, I would not rely on this one or the internal GPS while you have it on the yoke. So you put it on in the cockpit, somewhere deeper inside of the cockpit. You are surrounded by some aluminum roof, and you figure that instead of having, let's say, 15 satellites all solid green, you get only 6 or only 5 or something, so you have less accuracy on the device, and it's not a big of a deal. So right here you see 5 meters, which is not a big deal. It's pretty good, but it keeps jumping, depends if I have a something going around. Now you think, oh, if I'm up in the air, most likely I have open sky. But the thing is, sometimes you fly valleys and the left and right satellites are obstructed, and now you have less accuracy. So you should be aware of this type of little inconvenience and fly with an external GPS that you can mount somewhere outside the cockpit. Anyway, so that's my kind of comparison between the two systems, two tablets, and let's see if I can drive with it to see if I can see the speed. So this is the FlightPlanGo. I'm not sure if you see it moving on a map, I might have to zoom in, but I can see myself on the Highway 1. It's moving slow because I'm doing like 80 kilometers an hour. If I zoom in a little bit more, but what with this one, what it does is kind of jumping. It's not like the iPad. It's smooth. I can see even the compass sensor. It's connected to the map, so you turn somehow and the map turns very nice and smoothly. It's not like this thing, the FlightPlanGo map is kind of jumpy like a normal GPS. The GPS is that you see when you drive around. So you see it goes and it goes to the next little bit, and I'm going to zoom into the other one. So the other one is, I need to zoom in. The highway is a bit bumpy. So I'm on the same spot on a highway, as you can see here. Pretty accurate, both maps. They are the same maps. And let me see if I can pull over somewhere to see. Yeah, it's downloading some weather. That's why you see those squares popping on the screen, because it's part of the weather. I did not turn it off. So see if I can pull over somewhere. Yeah, my exit is too far, so I'll leave that one alone. Also, I see the airspace is coming up. You see the big circle right on the top of the screen with the altitude, like a Class C is from the ground to 4,500. Oh, I have good eyes from this distance. In Class B from 1,500 to 1,700, no, 17,000, no, 18,000 actually, yes. Excluding 18,000, so from 18,000 up is something else probably. And Class E, okay, so you have this one coming up, and I don't know, let me see if it tells me something, bam, 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 unless this is connected to the altimeter So I'm not familiar with this. I never flown it. I'm just trying to kind of demonstrate to those who never use the Foreflight. That's the purpose, is not to show you how to use it. You can find a bunch of other videos, instructional videos. Let me see. Okay, since I'm under the airspace and it says glide altitude below 200, so it detected that I'm below something, below a certain altitude. Yeah, so I'm not being warned about airspace coming up. But this one, I see, you see the airspace is what you see on the map. So this is a copy, a PDF copy of the map, the aeronautical, in this case is the sectional map, and they superimposed it on the screen, and now you navigate on the paper map. Same thing with the other one, but they added few layers on top. And what I like about that one, the iPad Pro, I mean the Foreflight, that you can see the airport. So let me Linden Municipal. Oh, okay, that's in Washington State. So I don't want to go across the border. Let me see. Oh yeah, I see the other one, the Abbotsford one. So let me zoom into the Abbotsford to see the facilities and the buildings. Can I see? Kind of. If you zoom in, you see they edited the map, or edited, like they superimposed this type of layer with an airport diagram, which is nice. You see the circle, the white circle is my radius circle. It probably is like a 4 mile circle. It helps me to see how far I am. But even this one, if I set the distance circle, let me set it up. In this app, they call it toggle rings, distance rings, toggle rings, I don't know. To me, those are kind of too big, too thick lines. It's kind of take lots of stuff from my map. Like I don't want to see such big lines on the map, but they are nice. Like you can play with these things with a zoom, and you see how far you are from certain things. Let's say if you navigate or you do some diversion, that's a really useful feature to have. Or maybe when you report your position to other aircraft or to your nearby airports, you want to report with some accuracy. To me, those white lines look better. I don't know if you can set it different color. I haven't played much with this software, but it looks better and clearer. You have a better view, clearer view of the map with these little lines that are just white and very thin. So yeah, that was kind of what I tried to show you, the two apps, different features. I had to put this one on the side, the GoPro, the GoPlanGo. No, flight, sorry, I'm driving, I need to focus on driving. FlightPlanGo, I need to put it aside, like to give it a break, because it does not calculate the fuel consumption. Maybe I don't know how to do that, but I can set the waypoints, I can set some sort of a navigation plan and some routes and stuff. I don't know how to set the fuel consumption, so I don't have an airplane profile like I do in this thing. In this thing I can set a specific airplane, pick it up from the list, and they kind of look into the manual of that airplane in the performance section, and they I think they extract some data from there, like stall speed. No, not the stall speed. The consumption, fuel consumption, then glide speed. I think I saw that one, or maybe I set it by hand. I know I had to add the data into my aircraft profile. So this one calculates a couple of things, like top of the climb, top of the descent, which is a nice feature to have. So there you go. I have some traffic ahead and some weather ahead. As you can see, it's all blue on the map. That means I'm driving under the clouds. Talk to you later. Bye bye.